Yes. Hello everyone. Today we are going to see BRS of gross anatomy, ear pictures, and some of the explanations. Okay, ear, as you all know, is an organ for helps with the hearing. It has three main sections. The one which we see mostly is the external ear. External ear. Then there is a middle part for this ear is called middle ear, which has all the bones in it, small little bones, three small bones. And the inner ear, which is the most important part, it looks like a snail and it has the coiled structure which is called the cochlea. This is which helps with the hearing. And it has called very important structures called organ of Corti because the and there is another part called vestibule. It's like the head of the snail with the three semicircular canal. It helps with the balance. So let's see in detail what are the three parts. First we need to orientate ourselves from this is the outer part and we are to the inner. We are going from the outer to the inner. So outer is the auricle, the scaphoid fossa, and concha is like a funnel which takes sound waves into the ear. And there is an outer part of the external ear called helix, and the inner to this is the antihelix. And there is a fleshy lobule as well. So sound enters from the outside and it goes through this funnel shaped concha into the external auditory meatus and it reaches the very famous part we already know, the eardrum. So that is the other scientific name is tympanic membrane. From the tympanic membrane inside, it goes into the middle ear, that's the second part. Middle ear has the three small bones. They are from the outer to the inner malleus, incus, and stapes. And these bones are one of the small stapes is one of the smallest bones in the body. So, so you can even remember these small bones by the acronym MIS. MIS. So MIS is in the middle ear. Malleus, incus, and stapes. Moving towards the inner ear, here comes our famous snail with the head pointing towards the mist. So the head part is the vestibule or semicircular canals. It helps with the balance. So, and the coil part is called the cochlea. It rhymes, isn't it? It has organ of Corti and it helps with the hearing. So, this is the bit because we hear mainly because the sound waves travels from the external ear to the middle ear to the inner ear and they are converted into electrical impulses and these are carried by the nerves. Nerves carry it to the brain. Only when the information the brain receives we hear things. Yeah. So these are the main important parts of the ear, external, middle, and inner ear. Okay, moving towards from the here we are going from the outer to the inner. So you can see that there is external auditory meatus, long process of ink. Then the auditory meatus is the canal. Then there is a tympanic membrane, eardrum. Then there is head of malleus. Malleus is the first small bone. Then there is body of incus. Then stapes, as you can see, it's like handcuffs. Then semicircular canals are there. In the vestibule part, you can see these two small windows. One is called the bigger one is called the oval window on the top, and the smaller one is the round window. And this cochlea, so cochlea is also there. Um, So ampulla is also the part of the vestibule and the nerve which takes the message from the cochlea to the brain is the auditory nerve. It's like a vestibulocochlear nerve because there is logical. So vestibule is there and cochlea is there. Okay. And remember, what's hair got to do? Because there are tiny hair cells in the cochlea which helps with the hearing. And again, if you see this cochlear part as the base, we hear the high frequency of the coil, and at the apex we hear the low frequency of the sound. Because of the and aging and other trauma, there will be difficulty hearing different frequencies of sound. Sometimes, yeah, it's very difficult to hear low frequencies. We have to speak in higher frequencies. And now comes the some more details of these bone structures again. Here you can see the malleus. Malleus will be close to the external part. Head of malleus, posterior malleus. This pars plus the lateral process of malleus is there as well. Anterior malleus fold. Handle of malleus. Pars tense are conoclite and po. There is body of incus and long process of incus. So incus, you can see it's like a bird's head. It's looking like a bird's. And these are the figures mainly for the ossicles, that the tiny bones of middle tympanic membrane is showing in this one as well. So from the outer to inner again. So you can see the auditory tube, and the auditory tube, there is a tensor tympanic muscle there, and there is tympanic membrane is there. Tympanic membrane is called the eardrum. So that is the blue one, and this coda tympani is there, because these structures are all connected, so the sound can easily pass by vibrating this one. There is lateral process of malleus, then there is head of malleus, then the handle of malleus. If you go to the incus, there is short process of incus is there, and for stapes it's like a handcuff. Yes. Then there are the facial nerves. One branch is cauda tympani, is also passing through this side as well of these here, next to these tympanic and all these bone structures. This is the long process. So these are the structures of different parts of the ear.